Did you have goals set at the beginning of the year and now you realize a whole year has gone by and you did not stick to your goals? Are you determined to set goals for the new year and don't know where to start?
Welcome to your podcast, Online Marketing with Juan LLerena. To succeed in any entrepreneurial project, you need to get prepared and you must learn to learn, unlearn and relearn. In this podcast, we'll help you in 3 ways. First, giving you an opportunity to join a community of entrepreneurs and intrapreneurs just like you, to support you and learn from each other. Second, by bringing you for free tools, tips and tricks to help you advance your projects faster and to teach you how to let the world know about your products and services. Third, by providing you with inspiration, motivation, and ideas to continue your entrepreneurial journey. We cover subjects of marketing, sales, leadership, and entrepreneurship. Join our tribe of entrepreneurs and take charge of your destiny. What are we waiting for? Let's get started. Last week, we were discussing goal settings for our podcast show in our second season, or this 2018. And I had broken it down into 3 specific goals that I had set for this new year. It only makes sense now to talk about goal settings for you. By the way, if you have not heard our goals for 2018 in our second season, please go back and check our previous episode. In today's episode, we're discussing about goal settings for you. I think it is important to first start by analyzing and checking how we did in our 2017. Were we able to accomplish our goals? But I want you not to think only about your work goals. I want you to think of it from a holistic approach. I want you to think about yourself as a human being that it has many different factors that surrounds you. Each one of them is interconnected or interrelated with the whole you. You're not only a worker, you're not only a business person, but you're also a family member. Sometimes you might be a daughter or a wife or a mother or a grandmother. You can be a father, a son. Sometimes you can be both, right? We have different roles in our lives at different stages as we age, as we live. If you think of it from a holistic approach, how happy or how satisfied are you? Maybe you did work a lot. Maybe you did make a lot of money. Maybe you created a lot of work contacts. Maybe you developed good relationships. But how's your life overall? How are your personal relations and your personal relationships with your family, with your partner, with your parents, with your children? How is your life in your own spiritual way? How's your physical ability right now for yourself? Have you put enough time into yourself to protect and to take care of your own well-being, physical and mental? So I came up with 3 different specific tips that I want you to take in for this year, for this new year. And the challenge and the homework is for you to write your own goals for this new 2018. Really, the challenge beyond that is going to be to try to do better than 2017. And yes, there are many goals and many things that you probably want to accomplish, but you need to be able to figure things out and be as specific as you can. Allow yourself some room to adjust your goals as you go, because we are always evolving, life is always changing and happening, so our goals can change too. But I think the most important part is to try to find your happiness, because life is too short to just be concerned about only working or only about making money or only about focusing in one aspect of our lives instead of looking our entire life as a whole from a holistic standpoint. So the first step is to write it down, okay? Write it down and place it somewhere close to where you work or close to where you spend enough time. Sometimes for you, it might be close to your bed, in your bedroom. Maybe that's gonna be in front of the refrigerator, or sometimes that's gonna be framing it in a picture frame and then hanging it in the wall, or maybe just setting it right on top of your desktop. Or maybe for you, It might be to place it as a wallpaper on your laptop, or even as a wallpaper in your smartphone or in your iPod. That's all going to be different for all of us. But we need to write it down and place it somewhere where we can see it. The reason why we write it down is because it's going to allow us to see what we decided are our goals for the next year and make ourselves accountable, only to ourselves. But the truth, and the only truth that it really matters and that really counts, is to know our own truth and be accountable to ourselves. Because if we lie to ourselves, then there's nothing that we can do to improve our own life and to achieve and to attain what we consider is our happiness, whatever that is for you. The second goal is to compromise. Tell people. If you are comfortable posting your goals on your social media, that's fine. If you are the kind of person who is a little more introvert, you rather only share in compromise your own goals for the new year with one or two people, that is fine too. You just have to find what works for you in a way that that person or that group can make yourself accountable, and then ask you every so often, how are you doing? How are you advancing on accomplishing your goals for the new year? Compromising with others is in its own way very powerful too, just like it is to compromise with yourself, because the moment that you tell somebody, you are obligated to follow through, and you're not going to compromise to follow through on something you're not comfortable with. So that is the reason why you have to write your own goals. You can't ask somebody else to write your goals for you instead. You have to do it yourself. The third tip is to check it monthly. Sometimes for you, it might work every 2 weeks. Sometimes for you, it might work daily or weekly. Sometimes for others, it might work in a 2 or 3 months basis. To check, go back and check to what your compromise was for your own goal settings for the new year. So that way you can see if you are moving away from your target goal that you have set for yourself, and then it would allow you to go back to the drawing board and see why you're not getting close to your goals. Maybe you have forgotten, maybe you got caught up again with the daily routine and putting out fires. Maybe you're too busy again working and forgot that you said that it was important for you to go to the gym and exercise a little more. Or maybe you forgot that it was important for you to have some time for yourself to be able to meditate, or just to have some personal relationships with your friends and go out and hang out a little bit and relax a little more for your own mental health. Okay, so whatever it is that you need to work, whether are those personal relationships, building your social network, being your family relationships, or starting a new project, a new business, or getting that new job that you've been wanting to, or that new promotion. Tip number 1, write it down. Second, compromise and tell other people to make you accountable for it. And third, check it on a regular basis. So this way you know that if you're not following through and you're not following your own goals in the next month or the next couple of months, and you're not working towards that, then at the end of the new year, then it's almost going to be impossible for you to be able to get there, right? There's another resource that I would like to talk to you about real quick, which are the SMART goals. If you haven't heard about SMART goals and you would like me to do a quick podcast talk on SMART goals, please send me an email, contact me through my website at jllbmedia.com, and then use the contact form, and then let us know, and we'll put a show together to talk about SMART goals, it also helps with goal settings. It's a methodology that helps you with your productivity, as well as being able to identify those goals that you need to put in place. Okay? Another one quick tip and final tip that I want to bring to you today is to maybe just use a simple app with reminders. So let's say you block times during the day where you want to dedicate some time to just brainstorm, to meet people, to go have lunch, to read the news, or read just a book, or continue your education towards your own business so you can continue improving, bringing new ideas to work every day, or getting the motivation that you need to go the extra mile. Then you need to write it down, and if you forget to keep doing these things, then you're not going to do them. So one little simple tip again is to use an app. I am a fan of Google products, so I personally use the Google Calendar app. So it's always synchronized between my Gmail and what I use on my phone and my Android phone, and also when I'm browsing the internet. So that way, I always get the reminders, and I always know what I'm doing. I try to break my task to achieve my overall goals, and I try to break them down into a smaller task. And that's about it. I hope you enjoy these simple tips, and then you can put them to use for your own personal good. Let us know how that works for you, and if you have any questions or any comments, please let us know. We'll be happy to hear and try to also provide some more feedback for you. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week. Have a great week.